coming up next is the session by LeapXpert entitled Embrace Don't Ban, Finding the Balance Between Consumer Messages and Compliance. The speaker for this is Chilip, the Director of Business Development and Channels from LeapXpert.
Hello, Singapore FinTech Festival. Thank you for joining LeapXpert's session today. Embrace Don't Ban, Finding the Balance Between Consumer Messengers and Compliance. A pressing question for financial institutions everywhere. How do you communicate to your clients on these personal messengers? We've seen a rapid evolution in business-to-client communications. As you see from the left-hand side, we started off with telephone and fax, evolved into the 2000s with emails, and most recently, since the early 2010s, personal consumer messaging. As you can see, particularly with the pandemic, we've seen a significant increase in the monthly active users, now averaging over 6 billion active accounts globally. In only October of this year, WhatsApp reported 100 billion messages a day. And that includes texts, voice notes, attachments, videos, emojis. What a huge amount of data that's not being captured. What are these gaps then in the employee to client communications when it comes to consumer messaging? See, on the left-hand side, you have the employees at a financial institution. On the right-hand side, you have the clients on their preferred, their favorite messenger, at home, working away. If they're reaching out to their businesses, these banks, these financial institutions, there's no record of these client communications. Where's the data governance? Where's the compliance controls? What is being said between the client and the employee? What is being shared between these two parties? And more importantly, there's no integration to business critical applications. So all in all, a lot of challenges, and furthermore, even more significant risks. The regulatory requirements still need to be met. From Julia Hoggart's speech, Market Abuse in a Time of Coronavirus, the regulatory obligations have not changed. The how may be changing, but the what remains the same. On the right-hand side, you can see all different types of examples of regulations, and more regulations around recording, archiving, and keeping records, whether they be digital communications or messaging communications for each industry. As you can see, plenty of regulations and bodies that are looking at this very closely. So let's have a look more at the risks itself. These are just a selection of the headlines over the last couple of years. As you can see, a lot of financial services, a lot of financial institutions have become headlines in newspapers, online, based on their employees' usage of personal messaging applications. Most recently, a couple of months ago, a global investment bank headquartered in the US had to let go 2 of their most senior executives in commodities for a breach of their communications policy. So the risk is real, the headlines are real. What can be done? Imagine if conversations could be made visible to these businesses, these enterprises. LeapXpert bridges that gap. For those 100 million plus users on the Microsoft Teams, on Slack or Zoom, we enable them to connect to over 6 billion clients or potential clients on consumer messaging applications. Google released a report last year. 53% of workers use messenger apps up to 6 times a day for work-related reasons. Almost 70% of them said, let's stop, if only they had the tools to communicate. LeapXpert could be that tool for you to reach out to these consumer messaging apps. We're elevating messaging to an enterprise level. And how we do that is through the power of integrations. Built on an open architecture that enables further value-added functionalities. As you can see, from billing systems to case management, client engagement, collaboration, bots, and workflows. So much more value that can be added. We're easy to integrate into existing core systems and bank applications as well. So let's have a look at the platform itself and see how it works. A prospective client can easily join a chat with an employee by scanning a QR code. This can be directed to a particular employee, a department, or a topic. Or could even hashtag look for growth management fund. They are directed to join a chat from within their preferred messenger, WhatsApp, WeChat, etc. An automatic welcome message is generated that contains terms and conditions, consent, and legal disclaimers. The client signals consent by initiating the conversation, and then the employee can respond to client requests. Employees can engage with customers and external parties over the messaging application that they prefer, whether this is at a desk through the desktop application or through their mobile device. This means that they can converse with customers whenever a customer needs them. The conversations, attachments, and any voice notes are all recorded and available for auditing. Metadata such as time, dates, message sent, received, and read can also be captured. LeapXpert is interoperable into other business critical systems. Your business can access this data for all types of needs, from customer relationship management to analytics to security and permissions. If a phone is lost or if a message is deleted, a copy is all recorded within the LeapXpert platform and can be recorded whenever required. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration. Our federated messaging orchestration platform, patented FMOP technology, is an innovative solution that we've created to address all these consumer messaging challenges that financial institutions face. You can message across a variety of channels, inside and outside of an organization, and between single as well as multiple parties. There are multiple benefits of this approach, particularly if you're looking at our first scenario, financial advice. You can track conversations and also control the information that is exchanged and given out. Data is now visible, so analytics can be conducted using the latest AI to deliver further insights and product and upsell opportunities. In the second scenario here, we have a look at client relationship management, how to engage clients through a centralized portal. Your clients will be delighted to use their personal messenger instead of going onto separate applications or sending emails to reach their service provider, their financial institution. And in the final scenario, we enable wealth advisors to handle instructions directly from consumer messengers. No more filling out forms, no more going through bank procedures. Everything can be done from the client's personal messenger. So when the FMOP approach is adopted, there's no more invisible conversations. All this communication, all this rich data is recorded and archived and stored at the enterprise level. No more missing data. In case of a regulatory or compliance probe, information is readily available and produced. No more data loss. When your employees leave and they join a competitor, information stays with the business. But most importantly, empowering employees. We enable them to embrace messaging along with the banks and financial institutions to deliver an excellent employee as well as client experience. Thank you again for your time. Please get in touch at info@leap.expert. We also have a booth here at the Singapore FinTech Festival, so feel free to come along and ask any questions or leave us a comment. We're also available on Twitter and LinkedIn, so please follow us for further insights and updates on the industry. Wishing you having a great week ahead and hope to speak to you soon.